heard Nick Schifrin report earlier is European sources are saying there's a fundamental transatlantic break now. Is this the realignment, Jonathan? Has this happened? The U.S. is now closer to Russia than to its European allies?
Undisputed. Yes. Yes. And the fact that the Europeans are already looking at it as a break, I think they have to do that. They can't depend on the United States now. After what happened to President Zelensky in the Oval Office, what happens to the Baltic states? What happens to Estonia if Russia rolls over the border? What happens to Poland if Russia rolls over the border? What happens if any of the NATO countries are attacked by Russia after what we just saw? They cannot depend on the United States anymore after more than 7 decades. I'm sure the Europeans are probably even more in shock than we are at this table. And I'm glad you used the word gangster, because that was the thing when President Trump got into it with President Zelensky. You don't have any cards. Without us, you have no deal. That was gangster rule there. And between him and the vice president, it also felt like watching a wrestling match where Vance jumps in the ring and then taps in the president, and then they gang up on a man who is literally fighting for the survival of his country.
David